Welcome to my channel where we cover the lore of Final Fantasy XIV. We cover the stories both big and small, the epic and the cute, the silly and the tragic. I hope you all enjoy the ride, and welcome to the Chronicler of Lore. When everyone else heads off to gather their allies to work on the giant Talos, the Warrior of Light and the Exarc start helping Chinooz get started. The man is having a panic attack, which makes sense since the job he's doing is so big. If he fails, then all hope of stopping Varthry and saving the first will end, so the pressure is definitely getting to him. Before he can even get started, he needs to know more about the area, but there aren't any people around that he knows about. Of course, when you tell him about Amity, that gets rid of that excuse. However, a village filled with Umoran exiles isn't exactly a place that'll be friendly to someone like him, which makes the man panic even more. But after telling him about how inept Alphino used to be, something he can't believe seeing how well the boy deals with people and problems now, that helps motivate him a bit. He's still worried about the villagers, especially when he finds out that Trystal is one of them. He did practically sentence the man to death, so it makes sense that he'd hate him, just a little bit. But the Warrior of Light not only persuades Chai to try apologizing, but she convinces the man that even if he fails with the Talos, she'll still protect everyone. So he decides to head to Amity to apologize and try to get the villagers to help. And despite the danger, Dulia plans on sticking by his side the whole way. Trystal is of course not happy to see the people who had him thrown over the side of Yulmore, but the fact that Chai not only apologized but is trying to help you all stop Varthry makes the man at least agree to work with them. But forgiveness will be a long time coming, if it ever does. Since that part's out of the way, Chai gets started on his design, so he'll have something done when the others get back. But he did forget something important. Talos need a heart to run, something you had to spend a lot of time finding for a regular sized Talos. To get this one running, you'll need just a little bit more than before. The heart has to come from the area where the stone that makes up the Talos' body comes from, and it turns out that Trystal knows some people in the area who can likely help you find some. There are dwarves in the area, and they know the land very well. It was a dwarf that showed him the tunnel that had led him to Amity, so they'll probably be willing to help, if you give their chief Zamat the proper greeting, of course. The Exarc is curious to see the dwarves' village, so he comes with you since he seldom sees dwarves at the Crystarium. One of them sees the two of you, and after you give their strange lolly-ho greeting, which is the best wave in the game, he wants to know why you're in Tomra. When he finds out you're looking for Zamat, it turns out that you already found him. And since you came from Amity, he wants to hear your story because it's probably a good one. When he finds out you fought Varthry, he's shocked because he was positive that everyone who lived down below had given up on pretty much everything. But while it's good that you want to fight, he doesn't have a clue about how to deal with the flying volcano and its Sin-Eater army. Still, he's definitely willing to help. However, their ore is precious to them, so he has to test you to make sure you're worthy. The test is a Thole tradition and has absolutely nothing to do with anything other than teaching you what dwarves the Thole tribe doesn't like and having you shoot them with a slingshot. Like I said, it has nothing to do with anything. But you need their help, so you do what you have to. Once he's satisfied, Zamat agrees to help you. The ore you need is called Earthseed, and it's rare, but not that rare. You can find it at a place called Duragar's Tool, but the place is occupied by the Gogs, the tribe of dwarves that the Tholes hate, and they won't let anyone else near the place. So if you want the ore, you have to deal with them. If it turns into a fight, you and the Exarch can handle the dwarves easily. Now if it was a drinking contest, that'd be a different story. No one beats the dwarves at drinking. Of course, even if you deal with the Gogs, you still won't know what the ore you need looks like, so Zamat wants to send someone with you. The dwarf Korut overhears and volunteers. When he heard that the last Light Warden was at Mount Gog, he felt it was his job to help out. And if it was just a mining job, he'd be the best one for it. Problem is, when it comes to fighting, Zamat says the boy couldn't hit the side of a minecart if he was sitting in it. Lucky for him, you and the Exarch are no strangers to combat. You'll be able to keep the dwarf safe no matter how many Sin-Eaters attack. And a whole lot of them attack. The Exarch seems excited to fight with you, and Korut notices that the two of you work together like you've done it before. Of course, the Exarch avoids making any comments that could reveal who he is, so he doesn't say anything. When you reach the mines, there are even more Sin Eaters waiting for you, and one of them very nearly kills you. If not for the Exarch's extreme power, it would have been the end of the Warrior of Light. But with the creatures out of the way, the path is clear, so you all head into the mines. There are a lot of Gogs there, and since they won't take kindly to you all digging around, Karud wants you to just kill them all. But the Exarch has a less violent solution. He turns you both invisible and gives you a bit of dream powder to knock out a few of the dwarves. It works wonders, and you manage to get the ore that you need. All of the spell casting seems to hit the Exarch hard, but none of you get a chance for a break because Glag, the chief of the Gog, shows up. Him and Karud immediately start arguing and trading insults, so the Exarch hits him with some dream powder to put him to sleep too, and you all head back to Tamra. While you were gone, it turns out that a few more dwarves decided that they wanted to help you out too, so they modified some mining picks for you all to use to get the other materials you need. They give you a lot, which is good because the others brought a lot of people to Top Rung to help, and apparently more are on their way. Seems like everyone wanted to do their part to bring down Varthry, which is good because you'll need all the help you can get for what's coming next. And that's where we're going to stop for today. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, subscribe, and ding that notification bell. And if you want to buy me a coffee for my work, sign up to become a member of the channel. Until next time, guys. Later.